he ain't got what it takes. Count me out, bet against me, watch I flip the stakes. Doubt in their eyes, shade in their tone, but pressure make diamonds, so I'm leveling up on my own. Said I was too small, said I was too late. I took every can and turned it into jet fuel. Watch, now the lights up, crowd loud, heartbeat in my chest. You wanted a show, baby, here's the best. All they talk you made, I cashed it in for rest. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you throw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. Hey, used to be the joke, now I'm the headline. Slept on for years, now the whole world on my timeline. They counting my losses, I counting my lessons. Turn every scar to a story, every test to a blessing. Bet against my name, that's just more promotion. I'm the comeback story, fire in my motion. Watch my feet move, watch my vision clear. Told you I was built for this, now the whole world here. So turn it up, let the bass hit your soul. All that doubt you had, that's what made me go. Now I'm the proof you say could never unfold. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you threw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. Hey, you doubted me? Cool, watch this. You counted me out, count these wins. I'm the impossible you said would never begin. Now look at me now, did I do it again? Yes, let's go. Let's go. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I break down, watch me work. Took every never and I forged it in a fire. Now I'm shining brighter, taking it higher. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
My toes in it.
Welcome to the morning. You're funny. Heather, I'm supposed to ask you, am I doing this correctly?
Get the bird right or wrong.
Right.
Okay.
You can have it any way in which you want it. It's got to balance regardless.
Balance on his beak?
It balances on the beak. What do you want to balance
I
it
don't
from?
know. I've never got it to balance.
What?
What?
That's like impossible. It's self-balancing.
I don't know. I'll have to try
You
it.
just have to put it on your finger.
I'll have to try it.
You want to try it?
Try the bird?
Yeah, try the bird. Anyway, welcome to the show. We are flying the bird. Oh, wow, look at that.
Look at
You
that.
don't need that. Put it on your nail. You don't need that much finger. You got too much
I
finger.
get a little nervous.
Put it
that
on
it's
your
gonna
nail.
fall.
It's okay. If it falls, it just hits the ground. Put it on your nail.
This is Freddie giving the bird to me. Is this your way of giving me the bird?
You got the bird.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, birds of a feather flock together.
So this is from Kindness Matters. Helps you find your balance.
That's right. Whenever I'm losing my mind, they put this up
Here,
here.
he passes the bird. You see, you can give this kind of bird.
That's Heather's bird. She depends on that bird.
I keep my bird in my car, so
when you're stressed, you take out your bird?
I just balance it and I don't.
You give him the bird. You just give him the bird.
I try driving and wearing while I'm driving. It's very difficult.
Wow. Okay.
Just not.
Happy Wednesday.
I'm not coordinating.
Happy Home Day. It's nice to have part of the fam back. And, well, you know, Russ is like the lead poobah over here. When Russ comes in and Dana and Wendy, it's like, oh, everyone's back in town and things get so much better when the energy's all here. He always brings greatness every time he comes.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I do know, I know one thing.
There's not been a time yet he doesn't come with things get
breaking
better.
our normal tradition. I saw him and interested in what you guys were just talking about, something that exploded on the scene. I think that's a good way of opening the show because you got all the grand poobahs in here tonight.
Happy hump day. You know, things have been a little bit wonky. I told you I was going to drop the bird.
And there you have it.
All right.
Right on point.
Anyway, things have been a little funky and weird, and Wendy was here Monday, and we were talking. Listen, we didn't have half a crew on Monday, right? Monday was a little bit out there. So I get home, and Wendy sends me this whole Instagram post, and it's not an uplifting spiritual post on the CERN, C-E-R-N. And I'm watching it going, this is even way esoteric and out there for me.
Is that the stuff on the beach?
No. Oh. So they're talking about it, and Russ goes, oh, the CERN, and Dana goes, oh, the CERN. And then all the woos and the intuitives, there's like the CERN and the Schumann resonance, and they're like,
and the Hadron Collider.
What the heck is going on?
What?
What is all of
what?
this?
And the Hadron Collider.
All right, so Cher, what is all of this?
What is all that?
All right, so the Hadron Collider is this underground, like 17-mile track where they smash particles into one another a couple years ago or something. Science stuff.
Oh. At UCLA, they did that.
So, say that again?
UCLA had a reactor that was 20 miles.
No, they're doing that, but this is in Switzerland.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Now, I'm just going to dab a toe in it, as one would say. There's been all kinds of weird stuff, esoteric stuff, Shiva, different ceremonies that they did when they opened up this Hadron Collider and whatnot. The smashing of these particles are they discovered the God particle, what actually created all of this. Now, it puts out, because of the fact that they're smashing all of these things, and we've been talking about energy and everything, it comes to a point where they had to shut it down, which is what they're doing, and supposedly we're still trying to figure out exactly how it is, but it's messing up with the Schumann resonance, which is Earth's frequency. So it's kind of like a synthetic way that they're messing with the harmonics and all of these different things. I'm kind of like paraphrasing, and I'm kind of butchering it, but that's the whole gist of it. So this type of energy that's coming in, it's all frequency and whatnot, it's kind of messing up with the way that with what's coming in for us as the next level. We're leveling up, we're jumping timelines, so it's creating the Mandela effects, things that we remember one way. It's really messing with a lot of different things, and the latest one was kind of freaked out with the Mandela effect, but we'll leave that for another moment.
But finding the godlike particle, I saw this and I thought, can you imagine if in fact what everyone believes in as God and the Almighty and everything as a higher power comes down to this godlike particle in science, even if it's just out there as an idea, it's going to throw everything upside down.
Oh, it does. Oh, absolutely it does.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
What the heck?
But hold on.
Yeah,
It's funny because 2 weeks ago, I saw something, and I never brought it up because I was afraid to get laughed at. But 2 weeks ago, I saw a documentary that talked about they blew a nuclear device in Earth's atmosphere, which was in between the zone that protects the layer of the Earth, the ozone layer, and everything else. They blew one up there in 1962. Now they messed up in the first one; it didn't go off. The second one did, and they had to stop because they found out that when they did that, the poles changed.
Yes.
Everything changed.
Yes.
The whole world changed. So what you're telling me about these godlike particles, to me it sounds like they revisited what they did back then and they kept it hush hush.
It's two different types of things, but you're more or less, but they're not exactly the same. Now, when you're talking about these God particles and stuff, it's just that they were trying to recreate the Big Bang, as it were. But every time they do that, it shakes up our reality. And on one of those that they did, it did change it put us on a parallel universe is what they're saying. And that's why we have the Mandela effect. So because that has happened, it's kind of like switched things up and it's got a lot of our attention.
Well, what's the Mandela effect?
So the Mandela effect, if you go back and you start thinking about different things, let me ask you something. I'm going to do it to you this way. The Monopoly game.
Yeah.
The guy that is on the Mr.
Monopoly.
Moneybags or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Do you remember him having a monocle or no monocle?
Monocle.
He doesn't have one. I remember the monocle too, and it doesn't come up anywhere. Now another one, Fruit of the Loom. The cornucopia. I tell you what, they are saying that it never had a cornucopia. Listen, as a child, me and my sisters, my sisters and I, let me say it right, we would fight over who was going to help my dad get his shirt off because he would love to have his back scratched when he came home from work. The man only wore Fruit of the Loom and his t-shirts, and I don't remember the underwear, but the t-shirts, I remember having the cornucopia. If you look it up, it doesn't have it. Now, I came across something a couple weeks ago that there is a CIA declassified documents that show that it was a psyop and it did have a cornucopia. So
there's like a gaslighting thing.
It's like a
going on there.
gaslighting thing, absolutely, nicely put. But because of these things happening, the Mandela effect got its name from many people thinking and remembering that Mandela died in jail. I was one of those. So when I heard, wait a minute, he's a leader now, that's kind of weird. How did that happen? So it's a mass misremembering is what they're calling it. But those of us that are in the know are saying, no, something happened and we switched timelines where there is a timeline where all of these possibilities exist. And somehow we got off of the one that we were on in 2012 and we got skipped off. Now, to throw in a side note on that, in 2012, I was all about this. I was doing meditations twice a month on the full moon and the new moon with grids and the whole bit. On Facebook, I had all these different things. I can go back and look at that. I was writing about this, blogging about it feverishly. And I was saying, no, we're going to go over this thing. And then something happened 2013, 2014, things got really wonky. And it's like, wait a minute, where's the timeline of 2012 where we were getting ready to jump off and humanity was going to be in a new timeline? And we took a turn somewhere, wrong turn at Albuquerque, and ended up here. So I believe that the Hadron Collider that went on messed with our stuff. Here we are.
Rush,
Yeah.
you got this?
Yep.
Yep.
It's more.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Now hold your mic.
Talk
Rush.
into your mic.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's that and more.
Yes,
it's much more.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go down that deep hole because people are not even ready to admit that the elephant is in the room.
Yep.
Yeah. The Hadron Collider, they're masking it under the veil of science, and in science we're exploring, but there's inference that there is a darker agenda of why they're doing this. Now, based on what Freddie had said about in the '60s, they were doing those experiments, and we're assuming that they had been done before. I'm just going to add another layer, which is a little bit of an offshoot, but the lost city of Atlantis, which is a mythical city, the belief is, for those that believe that it existed, that the Atlanteans had this incredible technology that was their prowess, but their emotional evolution did not balance it. And when your emotional evolution is not in balance with your intellectual, and in this case, your technological evolution, you're going to blow yourself up. So the lost city of Atlantis destroyed itself because their technology and their weapons and all of that were too advanced. And we are going down a similar path, but fortunately, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going so far out there. But fortunately, because we have so much of an assist, because they don't want this to happen again, they're actually protecting and stopping us. That's why you see a lot of UFO sightings around these nuclear plants, in order to avoid that sort of thing happening again.
Yep.
I don't
They're
know
here.
why
They
I
want to
went
make
there. I
sure.
went there. I
Yep.
went
They
there.
want to make sure that we don't blow ourselves up and the universe, because whatever we do here, especially with the technology,
ripple effects.
It is a ripple effect. We're not just going to hurt ourselves. We're going to hurt other life forms.
So they have a
and-
vested interest
Yeah.
to protect. It's not just a benevolent thing to protect us.
Yeah.
They're protecting all universal
life force.
Life consciousness.
Life forces, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's that and more. It's really big.
Absolutely.
It's really big.
Well, not to burst anybody's bubble, but I just looked it up, and I remember Fruit of the Loom did not have.
Oh, see, I remember having
not
I
that.
remember it having it.
I remember growing up because I was a whitey-tighty type of guy, and I never saw that piece.
Cornucopia?
Yeah.
That's
But the
funny.
bottom
I'm gonna have to
line,
find the
but let
piece
me
that I
tell
found.
you, as everything else in life, there are those that copied the underwear and the shirts, and they put that in there. Those are not official
Oh, I got
Fruit of the
you.
Loom pieces. So what they're saying is, listen, you may have it, not have it, doesn't. It's not official Fruit of the Loom. Somebody may have put it in there. So, and think about it this way: ever since this whole thing started, the percentage of Fruit of the Loom underwear has risen by 58%.
So it makes you wonder who's whispering this
did it
into
right.
the ethers in order, what's the motive?
But didn't the Beatles do this with their album where they said Paul was dead and they had him walking barefoot across?
Right, if you play
the
it
road,
backwards or
and you,
something.
Yeah,
and you
like
play
that.
it backwards
Play
and all
backwards,
that.
the White Album.
That was the #1 album sold in the day
Yeah.
because they went in that whole direction. They're trying to do the same thing with Michael Jackson. They're saying that Michael Jackson really is not dead.
It's
Have
a
you
lie.
seen this?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're trying to
Yeah,
create
no.
this controversy
Yeah.
that he didn't die. And they've always said that the king never died, Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful because people
course.
love to put poison in the well. And you take a scientific fact. I can understand maybe it throwing off the poles or the magnetic
Yeah.
field,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or what was it? You couldn't use underarm spray because they had a
The ozone
The
for the-
for the
CFAs.
ozone,
Yeah.
right? You couldn't do that. I remember my mother said, "We got to roll it on. You can't spray it on no more."
Ozone, right?
But was it real? Is it true?
Yeah, it did. It was damaging the ozone. Let me ask you something, Freddie, another one of a Mandela effect that really has blown me away. So, think about I was going to say Harry Potter. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I never saw it.
Oh, you never did, so then I can't ask that question.
You can ask her.
So, the original one with Gene Hackman.
Not Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's
Yeah.
two completely different
You're right.
movies.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, she's right. So in the original, do you remember what it is that the grandfather gave Charlie for his birthday? What type of candy or what type of
A Wonka bar.
it was a Wonka bar. But
Right.
if you go back now, it's a moon pie.
She was calling it a moon pie, whatever it was.
No.
it was-
She called
Yeah,
it a moon
like-
pie, but you break
but
it
you
up.
could tell that it
But it
wasn't,
was
yeah.
not a chocolate bar. So they're saying that it's even affected that. Why would they make it a moon pie or something similar when it was a chocolate or Wonka bar, as you
Right.
say, with the golden ticket?
Right.
So even that's been thrown off, and that's got me really like, whoa, that's really wild.
Wow.
Do you? Can I offer something here?
Yeah.
Please.
I was gonna save it for my segment, but I brought everybody presents, and I think the conversation.
Do you have a Wally Wonka bar?
No, but what I did make because of our conversation
Oh my
last week,
God.
I made tinfoil hats for everybody. And I think this conversation, so I made, they all have names, okay?
Brooklyn,
so you
can
pick
you
the
help
one
her
you
pass
like.
those out?
I made 5,
Thank
but I
you.
won't wear one. I made one for you guys. So we got Hedda, you help with this?
gonna pass out.
Okay, so
Why
I
won't
made
you wear
the,
one?
I made the Take Me to Your Leader.
Wow.
So here's a Take Me to Your Leader, whoever it
Do you remember
speaks
Kazoo
to.
from the Flintstones? And it's
Oh,
going to-
Kazoo, Kazoo,
Oh,
the big, yeah.
Kazoo.
I made, so there's a Take Me to Your Leader, you decide.
Oh, thank you.
You should wear that one.
I tried to make a unicorn, but it's more of a narwhalicorn.
No, you should wear the
So,
unicorn.
and I fashioned them to my head, so they're giant. They're giant. Just know that they're super big.
Oh,
Wow. This is the great.
I made, I don't know if you guys ever watched Ace Ventura, but this one's called the Quenzaucha, and this is the White Devil. So that's what this one is, Quenzaucha.
Oh my god. Who wants this one?
There's one for us. I don't need to wear one. Russ, that's like, yeah, that one's of yours, I guess. And then I made this one. This one's for you, Wendy. This one's called Bugs.
Oh, of course.
This one's Bugs.
Wow.
And this one
Be a good sport.
is called Leftover Lobster. It's a swan. So here we are with
Tinfoil hats.
actually we may have to switch because I have a big head
Yeah,
and it's
there you go.
popping off. So I'll wear the bunny ears. So I figured for our conversation, now we're all safe. We're all safe.
Andrew, we're now safe.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here it is. I love it. Oh, my ears, because they're so high, they're going right off the.
Man, it's only dropping to you now. Forget Flat Freddy on Christmas.
Is so
It's far
fun.
out.
Yeah,
So
man.
that-
These are amazing.
Are my antennas straight?
look.
You mold these out of aluminum foil.
I'm an artist. But they're so big. They're so big because my head is so big. Oh my God, that's perfect for Dawn.
I
That's perfect
Awesome.
for Dawn. Mine keeps falling off.
Wow.
If I explode,
heavy.
I swear to God, I'm going to hold you responsible for this.
I
All right, we're
I
gonna take a
love
quick commercial break.
Wendy's
We're going to
leftover
regroup
lobster.
Because now we are all safe.
There we go.
More to come. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
Have an idea you want to create? Then come on down to AMP2 Media, where we can create anything you can think of, ranging from podcasts, shows, audiobooks, music videos, and more. This will be done by our interns, who are hungry for hands-on experience that will help them advance their skills and strive for the careers they want. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit us at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue to pitch your idea today, and we'll get it made.
Are you diabetic and taking multiple medications? Well, now there's a better way to manage your prescriptions. No one wants to carry around 6 or more bottles of prescription meds. Wouldn't it be great if they were all in one pack, proportioned out, where every day you know what to take? No more guesswork. And all you pay is your normal copays. And there's more. Shipping is always free. So now you're going to skip the lines at the drugstore and have all the important meds you take every day delivered to your home on a regular basis with free shipping. Listen, if you have Medicare or private insurance and a prescription drug plan, call the prescription hotline right now and get the meds you need delivered, all for the price of your copays with free shipping. Have your insurance cards ready and call right now. 800-559-5809. 800-559-5809. 800-559-5809. That's 800-559-5809.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Busy. Did you see that? Oh, hi. I've been watching the video game day.
1776, Colonel John Nixon gave the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence to the crowd of citizens in Philadelphia. In 1835, the Liberty Bell cracked again in Philadelphia, likely while tolling for George Washington's birthday, creating a famous fracture that prevents it from ringing today. In 1979, Voyager 2 discovered Jupiter's moon Androstia, the first natural satellite ever discovered from images taken by a satellite.
All right, we're back here in Planet Cahutek.
I was just saying, imagine if you shipped the Liberty Bell and it fell and broke on your watch, and you had to call and tell your boss, I'm so sorry, I cracked the Liberty Bell. And yet it stays in perpetuity.
But
like
it becomes
is.
an icon.
Well, who knew that then?
Well, he probably dropped it on purpose.
Me, I would have looked for some super glue, and Andrew and I would have been taping it together. I don't know. Really interested.
Wow. I got to tell you something. Walking around, if I was an alien and I looked like this, it would bother me.
It fits your head pretty well.
It doesn't. It just it molds itself. I feel like it's living. Now we have Warren Johnson, not Russell. His name is Warren Johnson.
Warren Russell Johnson.
Is it Warren Russell or Russell Warren?
Warren Russell.
Did you mic best?
Warren Russell.
Warren Russell. My middle name is Warren, so I'm going to use that from now on. Warren Russell.
Going with Warren Russell?
Yeah.
No more Johnson?
Russell Warren Johnson is my name.
So let's put up Russell's picture of what he's going to reintroduce into the studio. No matter what he said like this. You got it?
Manifesting Cosmic Consciousness with Warren Russell. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I need to ask him, what does this mean?
Okay. There's always a consciousness that we have. We have. A lot of us don't know how to do that. I want to bring the people to the microphone who know how to manifest your consciousness. And there's a cosmic consciousness. It's talked about by David Wilcox, Corey Good, Emerald Smith, some of those people on Gaia. And they talk about the law of one. Anybody can punch it up and look at what the law of one is. Very important for us to conceptualize what that means. It's really close to Luke 4:18, when Jesus said, when he was challenged, and he said, why are you here? He said, the Spirit of the Lord has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to recovering of sight to the blind, and set at liberty them that are bruised. We got to understand that that kind of consciousness is embedded in our DNA. We don't know it yet because many of the churches don't talk about it. Many of your leaders don't want you to know your power. And so I want to have people come to the microphone to talk about why we only use 5% of our mental, emotional, and psychological potential in our body. Why 95% of that is blocked and how it's blocked. So we want to talk about all those kind of things.
So has it become a factor of learning how to unblock the block?
Absolutely. And if you go back, and I'll call a couple names. If we go back in history, when we talked about how to manifest good things in your life, money, prosperity, a good life, have a good body, then if you look at what Andrew Carnegie, J.P. Morgan did around 1908, they said, hey, listen, folks, we're going to get this guy called Napoleon Hill to tell you how to manifest prosperity, goodness in your life, not evil and all that. So that's in the book called The Magic of Thinking Big by Schwartz. And that's talking about Wallace D. Wattles wrote a book in 1908 called The Science of Getting Rich. All your billionaires, all your millionaires are reading all of that How to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which was written in 1928, and now all the millionaires and billionaires. So all of that's coming into the fore. And I don't want to make it confusing. I want to bring the people to the table to explain all of that. And it even goes back to a couple more names. When you talk about Florence Shin, S-H-I-N-N, go back and see what she was doing in the 20s and the 30s. And you talk about other people who came to the fore and made billions and millions or hundreds of millions of dollars back in those days by manifesting, being in charge of manifesting those things that come into your life.
Well, that's a word that gets thrown around by a lot of people, manifestation and
You still don't believe in
storyboards
it.
and, well, I have a different take on it. You know, don't use the word don't believe, because once you do that, you open up Pandora's box.
Yeah. Neville Goddard was one of a big, if you want to punch it up, Neville Goddard. Patrick Murphy and all those people back in the 20s and 30s. You need to start doing homework on this as we watch the show. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Learning your consciousness.
A different type of show where Russ is going to sort of narrate
Yeah.
and add clips in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the people to the table who teaches that. And in the last couple of years, you had Bob Proctor, Les Brown, Mark Victor Hansen, all of those people talking about the same thing, but in a different way.
The Law of One, it says it's a spiritual philosophy that teaches that all life is interconnected and ultimately part of a single universal consciousness.
Yeah.
Mother Gaia. Interesting.
There's something we
one.
need. We need
Every
it.
person,
We need
animal, planet, free will, love and service, spiritual evolution, and unity over separation.
Tiny bit.
Even conflict and hardship are seen as opportunities for learning and remembering our interconnected nature.
it. Yeah. We have it all. The universities, the colleges, in the main, we could have about 5,000 universities and colleges across the United States, but they kept it out of the curriculum for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get it to talk about who we are and what we can do. You can manifest a lot of great things if you understand the secrets. Right, they know.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you could take a dial and turn it back and you get there to the very first moment a human being was made? And I don't care if it came out of the ocean, the sky, whatever, but you were there to witness that one type of greatness for a minute. And then after that, you know, they had children, eggs, or I don't know, whatever. But just the first, because you had to start somewhere. Everything has to start somewhere. Yeah. How is it that you communicate? Did it start from space? Did it start from land? Did it start from,
your
I don't
antennas?
know. My antennas, how you like that? I'm feeling more educated. I'm beginning to see the future.
Well, Russell, then all the politicians and all the wars and everything that we're going through right now sits within this Law of One or polar opposite Law of One?
Well, it's all mixed up right now, but we're going to break it down as we go through the program.
Okay.
Then bring the people to the table who are much more knowledgeable than I am. Mm-hmm. But and that's what I want to be. Okay. Get it out there.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
After all those things that I've been seeing out there, and you show up today, and then Wendy and Dana try to explain
and
it.
look at my ears.
Yeah, they've written books on it. Yeah. Right.
Amazing. Wow.
And I see people in the studio wearing.
They look great, though, don't they?
Wearing. We talked about this last week, right? That's
why I made them.
Yeah.
It takes to know you to believe you will bring these in. It takes to know you.
Awesome. Russ, thank you so much. All right, we're going to be starting next week, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes, next Thursday we're going to.
When Russell comes in, it all just makes sense. That they're all here together.
In the same building at the same time.
As it should be, right? All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Decoding the Woo-Woo with Dana Sardano and Wendy B. And then after that, we've got Pamela Chanel David joining us all the way from California, talking about her new launch of the Reinvented Roast. So more to come, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready to stop playing small and step into your highest self? This isn't just a book club. It's a call to action. No fluff, no excuses, just growth.
Actually, growth with some super cool people with a shared intention. Join us live at the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show Wednesdays at noon and become the greatest version of you. For more information, go to ubuntufishgallery.com. UBU fishgallery.com.
Unlocking secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's a wild, creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats, made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
Want to see the next generation of creative storytellers in action? At AMP Media Futures Foundation, we empower emerging creatives through hands-on, real-world media production. Now, you can watch their vision come to life. Visit our YouTube channel to experience original films, storytelling, and digital content crafted entirely by our talented interns. Search AMP Media Futures Foundation on YouTube and subscribe to support the future of media today.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hi everyone! Today is Be a Kid Again Day! We all get it. Being an adult is tough. But today is the day where we can act like kids again. Where we can have fun and not have to worry about anything. It's all about nostalgia and relaxing and just going out to play. So leave a comment on anything that you liked when you were a kid or that you would want to do again. For me, that would be VHS because there's something about the tapes. They made me so nostalgic over going home, popping in a movie and just sitting on the floor and just watching cartoons. It's just so nostalgic. As someone who's basically a kid at heart, I'd say we definitely need a day to go out and have fun like we were when we were kids. So don't forget to leave a comment on the things that you love as a kid or would like to do again as an adult. Well, it's time to go out and have fun. Bye!
Spokesman.
Fonzie's the spokesman?
I think he should be. And welcome back, yes.
Norwally Unicorn, all right.
Fonzie, what's your unicorn hat?
And we're back. All right, so without further ado, no introduction needed. We've got Dana Sardano, and we're talking, decoding the woo-woo. Let's roll our intro.
Dig me, dear leader.
They don't have it.
Guess they don't have it. All right, so Dana, we're gonna go right into Dana.
Wait, hold on a second. Come here. Wait a second. I didn't know we didn't have it. I was gonna switch over. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. How do you know what's the back and the front?
However it fits. That's the wrong side. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It has tape in it.
Well, I had to keep the.
I know, but it's taping itself to my head.
There you go.
All right.
Now you can go running, swimming.
Well, all right. So,
Don't mess with my hat.
difficulties on Mercury retrograde. We are on, what are we, chapter 2?
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3,
Chapter
decoding the woo-woo.
Yep.
And make believe it started and it's
And got. Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining all of us in our weirdness and craziness. So, the last week we talked about chapters 1 and 2 in decoding the woo-woo. And that was really about dipping our toes in, really stepping into how creativity and embracing my creativity, how that opened the doors to a spiritual awakening that I had not expected. And that will take us on the subplot, if you will, of the story. This week, we're talking about chapter 3. And chapter 3 is like, okay, you dipped your toe in, and now we're getting to it. And it was really, really chock full of a lot of stuff. If you're listening to the audiobook, chapter 1 was like 5 minutes, chapter 2 was like 6 minutes, and chapter 3 was like 41 minutes. So I covered, really talking about energy and frequency and vibration. I even talked about trance channel a little bit. I talked about Abraham Hicks. I talked about density and lightness and resonance and dissonance and fear and love, even threw in a couple interesting, or I think interesting, metaphors about the hermit crab and about our combination locks and even about alignment and a little bit into manifestation, which is apropos considering what Russ just brought up. And before we get into conversation, I just want to delve into alignment just a little bit because I know I throw this word around all the time. And alignment is everywhere, from alignment to the stars to alignment of your car. And I talk about chakras all the time and aligning the chakras. But also, when you are looking to manifest that which you desire, you must be aligned with that. And I talk about that a little bit here. And a lot of people, and we're going to talk manifestation more in future chapters, but in the in the celebration of decoding the woo-woo, we're going to touch on it today. People who are not, I guess, in the know think manifestation is about making a wish, putting it on your vision board, and then abracadabra, it appears. And I think that's part of the reason why Freddie thinks it's stupid. But really, putting words in his mouth, but really manifestation is about creation because we are all creative beings. And when we carry the frequency, again, in this chapter, we'll talk about it, carry the frequency and share the frequency of that which we desire, we then mosey up to it, like when you park a boat, and align with it. So if I want a relationship, for instance, that I feel appreciated and loved and nurtured and safe, and all of the things that I'd want in a relationship, the frequency of those feelings, then I need to carry feelings of safety, self-nurturing, self-love, self-care, and all the things that I said. I forgot half of them. And how do I have those feelings? It's not about convincing myself I feel safe, I feel love. I have to act in ways that are loving to myself, act in ways that are caring for myself. I need to create the frequency within myself. And when I do that, I align with the relationship that I desire. And that is alignment at its finest. And that is manifestation in a nutshell. With that said, I'd like to open up the conversation. There was a lot to talk about here. We don't have to talk about alignment, but I'm really curious of what spoke to you because, you had 41 minutes. 41 minutes of listening. So what are your thoughts, guys?
So who wants to jump in? Do it.
Go ahead, Wendy.
So I went bonkers on this chapter. And
Big shock there.
Oh my gosh, this one really did it for me. And I'm just looking over my notes. It was asking, what are we pulled to do? What are we repelled by? And one of the things that stood out to me, I think, is this one. Am I allowed to fully be who I am? Am I stopping myself from being fully who I am and being apologetic or, showing up? So Another one is my generosity flowing from abundance or from fear for providing my service, charging whatever it is. Am I totally cool with that? Am I doing it from a place of abundance or am I doing it from a place of fear? So I had to sit with that at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Of course, it was the middle of the night.
So, this is kind of like, I find at times that me doing the work kind of helps me be able to help others. It's one thing to administer or to have help people based on what you read out of a book, but when you're now applying it to yourself and seeing where your boo-boos, your chinks in the metal is, or where your weaknesses are, your vulnerabilities, you're better able to help others, and that's where I strive from. How can you tell somebody I can help you do this unless you know how to do it? You know what I mean? So I'm a master synthesizer. So I've been able to, I keep talking about the joke of being a Swiss Army healer and all of these different things. And I'm trying to get each thing going. And basically what it came to me is putting all of this together in one package. So I'm saying this in the effect of where, looking at the dissonance, looks where my words match my actions, manifestation, where all of these things are, so I can fully manifest and not half manifest, or manifest something that's going to show me more of where my deficits are. So that's what it showed up for me.
I just want to put a fine tip on what you're saying, because what you're referencing in the book is about how we can detect if our words match our intention,
Actions.
match our frequency. Like, how do we figure that out? When you ask yourself those questions that are in the book, like, perfect thing, am I giving as an act of love? I'm just ad-libbing, but as an act of love, as an act of generosity, or am I giving as an act of desperation and proving and trying to get somebody to love me back, loving with condition? Am I doing that? When you ask yourself those questions, that's when you could see the inconsistencies in your frequency. Like, I find when we do things out of desperation, we try to, build a business, or we do it out of desperation, and we're like, why isn't it going anywhere? Because the frequency we carry, we're the point of attraction, is desperation. People say, oh, just chill out, just let it happen. But there's got to be a center point between chill out and let it happen, because nobody could do that and feel good about that, and acting out of desperation. And when you find that frequency, then you align with what you desire. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes, you almost have to change your energy to go with, even if we're going to sit back and relax, like the next 2 weeks, like Helen says, we have to just kind of chill. We can't close the doors and just go on vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have to elevate to the frequency of that we're okay with things being where they are while we continue to just glide through it.
Yes, and a lot of us try to convince her, and I've done it a billion times. That's the only reason I know. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh yeah, I know everything. Like, I've lived it. I live it.
Yeah.
It's like we try to convince ourselves, like, oh, I'm really cool with whatever it is, fill in the blank.
Exactly.
And so all you're doing is resisting the energy. But if you look at yourself and ask yourself, am I really cool with it? Am I doing things? Am I cool with waiting 2 weeks? If I'm not, where is my fear? Where is my desperation coming from? How do I alleviate that? And that's how you raise the frequency. It's shifting the belief and the emotion attached, really digging, shifting that, and then the frequency changes, and then the actions around it change. Does that make sense,
I'm
Freddie?
looking at the whole look, the whole posture here. And Andrew, this is a whole look over here that's going on.
My antennas are clacking. I gotta ask, because
you're like in the think mode with the antennas.
You're so sexy.
Look at him.
it's really hard to look at you with that things together.
Why? It doesn't take you back to the old days?
Wow.
I love it.
So when you're birthed, when you're born, without getting into that whole picking and choosing stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're born and you learn, you're born with a frequency.
Yes. Yeah, baseline.
And then as you develop and grow older, this frequency either changes, goes backwards, forward, stays the same. So when you get to a certain age in your life, usually it's high school, when you begin to get these feelings that you can't understand.
Yes.
And there's a lot of questions about yourself that you have about yourself. Does your frequency change? Does it take in what others teach? Or is it normal?
All of the above.
All of the above.
So there's no right or wrong answer.
Well, they're but there's an understanding. There's like a pattern and formula. I'm actually going to talk about this in the radio show. There's actually a pattern and formula that is for all of us. Like nobody is exempt. There is a constant, but we're all like snowflakes. So we all have our own brand or way of doing things. But here's the thing. Every one of us is born with a certain baseline frequency. Now, I know you said not to go into what we bring in and our plan and stuff like that, but some of us come in with a certain frequency because there is a plan to live on hard times and to learn certain lessons.
Yes.
But we all have this frequency. And what happens is most of it is relatively high because kids are all little joy blobs other than the things that they have to learn in life. And then things happen. In the 3rd grade, somebody tells them that they're not good enough, and then they have that belief, and then they develop a coping mechanism around that belief, and then they perpetuate patterns, toxic patterns, the patterns that don't work for them through their lives. And so their frequency, their baseline drops because they in real time did not process whatever it was that happened, because things are going to happen all the time. So they in real time did not process that, and therefore it lowered their frequency. If you process it in real time, none of the bad things, as we'll call them, that happen to us are going to drop our frequency, because it's for us to learn and to grow and expand from it. But when we don't do that, it drops. Many of us are going back retroactively and trying to raise our frequency and fix the boo-boos, the kinks in the armor, so to speak, that showed up along the way. So we all have the ability to do it in real time. That's why it's important to get to the kids. And we also have the ability to do it retroactively. But raising our frequency first and foremost is about looking at what is out of balance within us, our chakra system. And I talk about that till I'm blue in the face. And then the other things that we could do, like the superficial, I won't call them superficial, but the easy things. Because the hard thing is going back and digging up the crap and fixing it. And then, but the things that we could do that are fun, like follow the joy, entertain your creativity, pet a puppy, go outside and smell the air, like listen to music. Like those are things that we could raise the frequency in those moments, give us that little jolt so we can do the heavy lifting, so our foundation is solid moving forward and our frequency, our new baseline is secure.
Wear the unicorn hat.
But how much fun was that? How much fun was that? So in that moment, we all had a high frequency, but if we don't know how to maintain that, then it's just we're gonna go back home and we're gonna go back to the suck and it's gonna drop again. So these things are the boost, eat something healthy. Go work out. These are things that raise our frequency in the moment. But if we're not concurrently doing the work of self-discovery, so we really understand what makes us tick, so we really feel safe and strong and worthy and confident and all of the things as I go up the chakras, then no amount of petting puppies is going to fix things for you.
1000%. I have a little thing that I wrote here and I feel it's really important. The dissonance invites us to integrate our gifts, our abilities, and our knowledge. So it's the dissonance that serves as a catalyst to show us, oh, okay, I'm feeling the dissonance of this. It's an invitation to go back and fix it, iron out, adjust, whatever the case is.
Yeah. And another word for dissonance, because I use resonance and dissonance in the book, is the ick.
Yeah.
You start to feel the
It's
ick.
yucky.
Every time I start to feel the ick, especially in something that felt good at one time, I'm like, oh, something needs to be altered. Something needs to be changed. There's a message here for me. But what do? We get all caught up in the ick. And we figure out all the reasons why whoever's creating the ick sucks.
Pissy,
yeah, they're awful. But really, the ick is just the messenger. It's just the messenger. And that's the emotional guidance that
That's like back in the day when the TV would kind of go wonky and you either have to change the channel or you're going from one city to the next listening to a radio station and you have to adjust the radio station. Same concept.
Yeah.
Same concept. It's adjust the channel.
Or the ick is that trigger from
Yes.
something else.
Exactly.
Petting the puppy just doesn't really help when that trigger helps. When that trigger hits you again. Because there can be a puppy and there can be the trigger.
Yeah.
And you got to figure out, I guess, if there's a way to figure it out.
But there always is a way to. There's no
Just
problem without
navigating it.
solution.
Mhm.
It's just having the tools and being able to do it. But you're right. The puppy is. I don't want to say superficial because it all matters, but it's more surface level. But you're getting triggered. You're petting that puppy. You're right. There's
That
no
kind of happened
puppy.
yesterday. There was the puppy. Legitimately, there was the puppy to pet.
Yeah.
And then there was the trigger. And they were both in the same place at the same time. And the trigger won over the puppy. Just saying.
Yeah, but you create that instance.
Yeah.
I went to a store. They took my granddaughter into the store, and they walk in and they say to the child, "Do not touch anything." Now she's 3 years old. Why are you bringing your child into a store and then telling her not once but like 400 times, including the store owner, don't touch anything? So she looked at me, and I looked at her and says, "I know. Why did they even bring you in here? Because you can't assume an answer to a question that you can't face."
Yeah.
That's a really good point. It must be the.
It's the intent.
That's a really good point.
And I've learned that the more older you get at this game, the more it isn't so much about learning about me anymore. It's more about learning, and there and that sound, more about learning others.
Yeah.
About what they are all about, and trying to figure out, if I'm going to have this person or this thing or whatever it is in my life, it's got to make sense because I understand it. Like she looked at me, not everybody else.
Yeah.
And she said,
"Well, she saw you."
She's like, what's
What am I
going
supposed
on?
to
Why
do?
am I even in here? And she's right.
Yeah.
So I said, come on, let's get out of here, because we don't belong here.
Yeah.
So that's how to avoid that dilemma.
Or either
Because
that,
all they were doing is screaming at her.
or either that, or tell her what she can do.
Yeah.
Honey,
instead of
that
don't.
becomes a slippery slope.
I know it
First
does.
of all, if I tell her that, I got 2 parents over here, that's uno problema.
Yeah,
And then
I
the
gotcha.
store owner
Yeah.
becomes, no, you know what you do? You take her outside,
move
let's
her.
go do something else
Yeah.
that we can do.
Yeah.
Don't invite people to do something they can't do.
Yeah, but you said something else about how it becomes more about understanding other people.
Yes.
And what I find is the best way to better understand other people is to understand yourself. Like the more I understand myself, because every day I'm learning something about myself. I think I'm smart, and then the next day I'm like, oh, you're so stupid. Like every day is a new layer. And I'll tell you, big shock, I'm going to share something personal. I mentioned last week my 15-year-old, she's going through it. And one of the things that she's having trouble with me is I'm constantly offering her solutions, and I'm constantly trying to help her with things, and she gets annoyed. And I do understand, like when I'm not her mother and I step back, I do understand that, they're rebellious at this age and they don't want to be told. Like I get it, but I'm her mother and I'm going to hover because I'm out of my mind, right? My husband, my schmoopy, he does the same thing to me. So every time I turn around, like I'm trying to cook something in the kitchen, and he's behind me handing me the spatula, and he means well. It's the nature, it's his love language to assist, to fix the problems, to offer solutions, and he's up my gulu, if you will. And all of a sudden, I made the connect. What she wants to kill me for, I want to kill him for. And then what that did was it helped me adjust my behavior with her, and it helped me have more compassion and understanding for him. And so I had to understand my trigger first, why that bothers me, because I don't like to be told what to do. And obviously my 15-year-old daughter is going to have the same, Sardano genetics, you know what I mean?
DNA.
And it really, really was a learning and really created a shift. So, but I had to know me in order to better help them and understand them.
What you're bringing up is in Scripture. And Jesus taught to teach somebody you have to ask a question. You don't have to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Because the moment you tell somebody what to do, you lost them.
100%.
But if you ask a question,
Yep.
if you ask your
Yep.
daughter, well, what do you think about this and
Yep.
this and that, let her answer. Because the one thing that nobody wants to be highlighted is on your failures, or your fears, or you do this, or you do that. If your husband gives you the spoon and says, something, honey, let me see how you turned it. Why don't you use it in here? Show me a little bit.
And
Yeah.
Also, can I just say something?
Yeah.
In situations like that, sometimes someone just wants support or the emotional support or whatever
Like
it is.
headspace sort of
Yeah, rather than solutions.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I get like that too sometimes, where I'm just going through it, and someone who's very practical or logical is like, okay, let's figure out the solutions on how to fix this issue. Where it's like, sometimes no, I just need you to listen. I just need you to like support me emotionally, and that's it.
Yeah.
Very
And
good
it was
point.
funny what you're saying. In the classroom, that's how I operate. You know what I mean? And then with my kid, because you guys know, you're in it, and you're like, all the tools, all the understanding goes out the window. But I don't know, I don't say it so much anymore, but like with Angela a lot, like when they go to complain, she go to complain,
Yeah.
I'm like, are you venting? or are you looking for solutions?
Yeah,
right. I've probably said that
Yes.
to you too. Are you venting? Are you? And
Yes.
soon as the playing field is clear, but not with my 15-year-old. My 15-year-old, I'm like, I have all the answers, and you're going to listen to them right now, and you're going to log them, and you're going to. I'm going to do it all wrong because I'm going to tell people how to parent, but I'm going to suck at it. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm in the thick of it, by the way, in case anybody's interested.
It's joyful times. Mm-hmm. All right, how do people get the book or the audiobook?
To get any of the books, audiobook, the journal, the written, all of it, just go to ubuntufishgallery.com, UBUNTU, fishgallery.com, and anything you need, anything you're looking for is there.
Question. Is there an underlying theme for people for this book? Is there one nugget that they go, you know what, I really need this because I need this?
I think they need this book if they're questioning, if they're looking out in the world and they're starting to question everything that they thought they believed, and they want a better understanding of their existence and the existence around them. I think this is a good place to start.
May I throw in something into that too?
You can.
I know it's your book, and as somebody who's on the other side, I've always said it kind of gives us legs for language that other people, the woos, the intuitive people, speak in a more practical way. So it goes for both audiences. What does this word mean, especially if this is your entry point, if you will? I find that it helps give nuts and bolts for all these terminologies, and even your first book that you wrote. That's how I see it.
Right on.
Okay.
Listen to Wendy.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Pamela Chanel David, the reinvented Life Network, and now the reinvented Roast. More to come. We'll be right back.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girls Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms. Bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girls Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
What if learning didn't just teach children, but helped heal, empower, and awaken the whole child? Veda Finds Her Crown, written and illustrated by Dana Sardano, is a fun, interactive experience for adolescent children, blending a relatable story with a hands-on workbook that invites them to read, reflect, and apply Veda's journey to their own lives. Paired with the 9-week chakra-based curriculum and accompanying deck of cards, children explore self-awareness, emotional regulation, and confidence through creative cross-curricular learning while addressing the needs of the whole child. Because, after all, when we educate the whole child, we empower the whole human. To grab a copy, a deck of cards, or the whole kit and caboodle, go to ubuntufishgallery.com.
I am an American veteran. I'm proud to have served this country. Helping veterans is something all Americans can participate in, and it's as simple as donating an old car that you have sitting around. When you call the Veteran Car Donation Program, they'll explain how their program works, and then arrange a time they can come and pick up your vehicle for free. Running or not, it doesn't matter. They take cars, trucks, motorcycles, or vans. As a veteran, show your support by donating your car and get a tax deduction in the process. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program right now. They'll come and pick your car up for free, and you'll get a tax deduction in the process. Call the number we're about to give you right now. Thank you, and God bless America.
800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. That's 800-378-3816. Proceeds support Heroes on the Water.
Text alert! Text alert! I was receiving letter after letter from the IRS.
I got Mike Velati on the phone and I said, Mike, I got a problem.
He took the pressure off my shoulders.
He just made me feel like I had Superman on my side.
Trust me, he's the man to go to.
IRS problems? I'm Mike Velarde, enrolled agent. I can help. My company, Winning Tax Solutions, has always gotten our clients the best possible results. Visit us at winningtaxsolutions.com or call us today.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
National Ice Cream Sundae Day is celebrated each year on July 8th and is a delicious occasion to enjoy one of the most beloved frozen desserts. An ice cream sundae is typically made with scoops of ice cream topped with sweet sauces, whipped cream, sprinkles, nuts, cherries, and other tasty toppings. The day encourages people to treat themselves, share a sundae with family and friends, and celebrate the simple joy of a classic dessert. Whether enjoyed at an ice cream shop or made at home with creative toppings, National Ice Cream Sundae Day is a fun way to add a little sweetness to the day.
And we like ice cream. There you have it.
Take me to your leader. You're still wearing the hat.
I got your atmosphere.
I feel it.
How are you doing?
You heard that? Wow. So how you doing?
I am in there. I'm right in the throes of it all. I love the last segment. I love listening and just hearing about that energy. Because that's what we all are. We're all energy.
You're going to love these ladies. Shall we play the video for your new coffee?
Absolutely.
All right, you guys have it?
Every cup has a story. For the reinvented roast, that story begins long before the roast, at the source. We choose only 100% specialty grade Arabica beans because quality starts with what you plant, where it grows, and how carefully it's harvested. Our coffee comes from high-altitude farms, grown between 4,000 and 5,000 feet, where cooler temperatures allow the beans to develop slowly, creating a smoother, richer cup with notes of chocolate, less acidity, and less bitterness. Many of our farms are shade-grown, slowing the maturation even more, producing a denser bean with deeper, more layered flavor. The soil matters too. In regions rich with volcanic earth, natural minerals help nourish the coffee plants and contribute to the quality you taste in every sip. And when harvest time comes, we wait for the right moment. Only ripe coffee cherries are picked, never rushed, and never mixed with underripe fruit. Because reinvention is about intention, and this cup was built that way, from the ground up.
That's fantastic.
You like that? All right, so tell us how all this came to be, Chanel.
I'm getting goosebumps just watching that, and it's all come to fruition, that energy. Well, it's all come to fruition from originating with the two of you, and I will never, ever have enough words to express my gratitude for that. Early this year, it was in January, we regrouped together to really talk about the reinvented life, where things are for people, where they are in their reinvention. And one of the things I talked about in that was about the discovery of how being in a state of receiving that energy, and exactly what the ladies just prior to me were talking about. Being able to receive a certain frequency is the foundational piece of where anyone needs to be with reinvention. And Freddie said on that interview right on air, well, there you have it. We have something for you to receive. And you all with the Brooklyn Cafe have been distributing coffee for years and years, and said it's time for the Reinvented Life Network to have its own coffee. And that's how it was born. I'm so indebted for the idea. Coffee has been my passion my entire life. And to understand that, as that video just said, you can reinvent because reinvention is all about intention. And here we are, 6 months later, launching this brand into the world, which I couldn't be more excited about.
What's some of the feedback you've been getting?
People are overwhelmed. First of all, the feedback is, how in the world did you do this? In a world with an industry, there is no more competitive industry in the world than coffee. It is the largest beverage drunk outside of water throughout the world. Tea and coffee are a mainstay in basically everyone's home worldwide. So the first feedback is, how in the world did you do that? And secondarily, just the fit of seeing that hummingbird flowing, which the whole theme of a hummingbird is that a hummingbird can fly forward, backwards, up, down. It's the only creature that can stay in perpetual motion. And it makes it an example of perpetual motion when I've expanded the idea that the reinvented life is more than just conversations. The reinvented life is about tangible things and waking up every morning to 100% organic, non GMO, all the things that are important and how those beans are grown and the shade grow aspect of it. It's got everything. And not to mention, it's absolutely delicious. So people are excited.
I think we have a picture of the bag also.
We do. If you get a picture of the bag, put it up. I remember 9 years ago when we were at the other gallery. We were at the gallery. I had asked Dawn, I says, the one thing I've always wanted to have is a coffee brand named after us. Something that it's like the movie The Jerk. You become somebody because all of a sudden you have something to hold on to. And people that put that together for us, she found them and she put it together. They're the ones also that offered this program, and she got it done. And I remember the first time I saw the bags, I was so proud because it was something that I said, I can touch and it's real. The cafe and the this and the that, that's all great. But that coffee thing, it's like I can extend it. It's like when you give a gift, I see and I hear and see what you do when you do it. And here I am giving this gift. So I remember that you were going through some real hard times with some things in your body, some things that were going on, really touch and go stuff, really things that nobody knows that were going on that we knew. And I said, something, wouldn't that magic? Can I make lightning strike twice? Because I'm looking at you and my goodness gracious, you're glowing. And this small little thing, such a small, in other people's world, small, in our world, is tremendous. Because you could leave a legacy from your hand to somebody else's hand. And I'm feeling it all over again since the day that Dawn said, listen, we found a guy who's going to do the coffee for us. I thought she lost her mind. Yeah. And he put the whole thing together. Your design is amazing. The hummingbird has so much significance. There's so much going on in your life right now that this comes at the best time.
It couldn't be a better time. People don't know. I have been dealing for 2.5 years with a very, very serious chronic neurological disease, basically, and it's insidious. It has affected everything from my mobility, every imaginable health state that you can go through. I have gone through and had to continuously, until today, until this moment, reinvent. But what this coffee has done, and Freddie, it's interesting you said that, because some people might think of their morning cup of joe as something small. But this is so significant and so big for me because it makes something tangible from all of the things I've been going through. When I can focus and when I can feel in purpose by bringing into the world something that's tangible, that's delicious, that is all the things, all the healthiest way that one could drink a cup of coffee. When you can bring that to life, that's really what this is representing. That's the glow you see. because I have gone from the most excruciating pain that one can live through to absolute exhilaration through this coffee project.
It's incredible. How are you feeling now?
It's interesting. Since I've taken this on, when you emotionally learn, as the women right before me in that segment were talking about, when you can learn to regulate what is going on with you, the chronic excruciating pain I'm in has not gone away, but what it does is it minimizes when my frequency elevates. Our bodies are just physical manifestations of where emotionally we are. So, whatever state one is in, it is amazing if you wallow in it, if you have your pity party, you stay in the victim mode, all of those much lower frequencies, then that's what you get. Is you get more pain, more focus on it. When you are in motion, as the hummingbird always is, in upward movement, in elevating your frequency, in bringing something tangible to the world, it doesn't disappear, but it dissipates. And I feel stronger, and I feel like nothing can stop me. It's unbelievable what this coffee, I'm so passionate about it, has done emotionally to help me physically feel better.
How do people get the coffee?
They order it. It's online now available. We launched it on Independence Day because that's the independence that this has brought to my life. They go online to thereinventedroast.com, order a bag, order a couple bags, share this website out with friends. As I mentioned, the world of coffee is the most competitive industry there is, but I feel so good being able to stand behind the quality of this coffee.
So amazing. It's so great to see you. It's been way too long.
Way too long. I feel like it's coming out of hibernation, and this hibernation has been for a long time. The Reinvented Life shows start up again in the next week or two. We always bring interesting guests, interesting conversations. I want to kick this new season off, as I mentioned, with the two of you because we're family. I mean, 7 years we've been together now, and
wow.
It's the most important relationship, one of the most important relationships I have in my life. I feel as family to your studio.
I'm going to end up buying a couple of bags because I'm not going to open them. I'm just going to put them somewhere because I don't, me. But it comes full circle to feeling that special feeling that you get for something new like that. The bag, the design is fantastic. Remind me, I got to call them to thank them to get that out there, get it done. It took a little while to get, but nothing easy comes slow. Fast, it comes slow. And congratulations, and you made it happen. And more power to you. I just hope that everybody finds out their reinvented self. Maybe holding that back becomes spiritual. Maybe it changes your... What do you think? Your energy there, Coach? Maybe raises your frequency a little bit. If you look at her now. If you had seen her a couple of months ago, you would not recognize her.
I'll tell you. I remember I was here for my segment, and she was on a call. Had to be about 6 months ago. Is that true?
Yeah, it was.
I think you were away. We did a women's piece.
Oh, but I remember you being, and I remember, and you look like a different person. You are glowing, and I'm watching you. I'm like, she's so vibrant compared to how you were, like I said, then, right? I'm not imagining this. She was on.
And I think it was the week the baby was born. We lost her.
Okay, bye.
But it was that show. Dana and I think Tammy was here, and Chanel was here. You were away. And yes, you're exactly right. It was about November.
Yeah.
It has been Freddie, you hit the nail on the head. It has been a spiritual awakening of what this coffee has done. It's become so much more than absolutely a delicious cup. That goes without saying. And as I said, the quality of it. But it has been a spiritual experience that I have personally been reborn in a new, transformed way. I feel the energy of what this has done for myself, for my business, for my community around me. That is the feedback. It's exciting. It's new.
It is so great to have you back. Looking forward to the show again.
Oh, I cannot wait. And thank you for having your wonderful Dana and your people on there. I can't wait to take a look at that deck of cards, actually.
I love the hat. You look fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you both. And just such an honor to be in business with you and in friendship and in life, doing life with you.
Congratulations again. You definitely show us. Keep going. Keep reinventing. Keep raising the vibration and just keep smiling. And you do it.
And, you know, you just can't let things get you down. I mean, what I've been faced with and what I'm continually going through, people have no idea because I make a conscious decision not to let it get me down. I could wallow in so much pain, but I convert that pain as a platform to creating things that excite me about life. And that is just a huge lesson that everyone can learn from.
Well, amazing. So good to see you. More to come.
More to come.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Pamela Chanel David, you can check it out at thereinventedroast.com. Order yours today. And you can always contact her. Her show is going to be starting up for the next season. We'll take a quick break when we come back. John DeMarco Book is here, host of Faith Stories. Man, she looks like she's going out to a club, right? She looks fabulous.
I didn't want to say nothing.
She's
I get
looking
in trouble
fabulous.
when I do, but holy smokes.
All right, and
Wow.
you do. More to come.
You're blowing the roof off the place.
We'll be right back.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
Have an idea you want to create? Then come on down to AMP2 Media, where we can create anything you can think of, ranging from podcasts, shows, audiobooks, music videos, and more. This will be done by our interns who are hungry for hands-on experience that will help them advance their skills and strive for the careers they want. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit us at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue to pitch your idea today, and we'll get it made.
Are you diabetic and taking multiple medications? Well, now there's a better way to manage your prescriptions. No one wants to carry around 6 or more bottles of prescription meds. Wouldn't it be great if they were all in one pack, proportioned out where every day you know what to take? No more guesswork. And all you pay is your normal copays. And there's more. Shipping is always free. So now you're going to skip the lines at the drugstore and have all the important meds you take every day delivered to your home on a regular basis with free shipping. Listen, if you have Medicare or private insurance and a prescription drug plan, call the prescription hotline right now and get the meds you need delivered, all for the price of your copays with free shipping. Have your insurance cards ready and call right now. 800-559-5809. 800-559-5809. 800-559-5809. That's 800-559-5809.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Helen Archer's daily horoscope for Wednesday, July 8th. The moon is in Aries today. Moods lighten up as new opportunities arise in mid-afternoon. These may seem financially impossible at first, but solutions come around dinner time, as long as we are practical. Organizing the home tonight will help you discover needed repairs.
And there it is, Helen Archer, as promised yesterday.
So she said things are going to get better midday today. And look what happened midday today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Russell, thank you. And oh, wait, and to my unicorn. Thank you.
We all had hats.
I see that.
Dawn comes dressed to go to a club, and I've got my unicorn. You've got your roasted duck, and you've got the Viking hat, the lady. What is that? It's not the duck. Leftover.
The swan is leftover lobster.
Lobster.
Heather's is a cuenzo ocho. And then you have the narwhal corn.
All right.
That's so funny.
And there you have it. Elevating the frequency. All right. Who is your guest?
On that note.
On that note, you look beautiful. You look stunning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sparkly.
I feel good. I put this, it was between this dress and another dress, and I thought, no, I'm going to elevate today. And, you know, just because the guest, as you guys know, is Dawn Vasquez, and she has one heck of a story. You know, she was given a death sentence, and she's alive today after, I think it's like 10 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to tune in today at 3 o'clock to watch Face Stories.
And you've got a lot of things going on. You've had some investment meetings. Things are looking
shifting everything.
Expansion and growing.
You know what? This is what I tell everybody. I am the tortoise. Because I go diligently, I don't jump in, and when I do, things blow up in my face. So it's like, okay, Lord, what is it you want me to do? And I always pray before any meeting that I have, but this particular one, I prayed for God's will to be done. Now, during the journey of Face Stories for the past over 2 years, everybody would always say to me that Face Stories is a ministry. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's a business. You know, and then that day, which was like 2 weeks ago, I heard it for the first time. I'm like, Dawn, God was telling me it's a ministry. So that shifts everything. So now we're working on getting our 501c3, and it takes time to do that. And so I'm looking at the paperwork. I know Carol's reviewing it. I know you gave me a gentleman. I haven't reached out to him yet. I'm going to talk to Carol first about it. Because I think we can do it. She did the Rosie Foundation for me when I needed the foundation for that. So I'm kind of like, you know, I don't have that extra income coming in, and I'm very wise with my money. So, or frugal. But you know what I mean? I mean, I need to create a website, which I have to talk to you guys about, because I definitely want to move forward with that. You know, so there's so many things that have to be done before you actually step into, you know, getting donations. You know, now it's not sponsorship, it's donations. And the amazing thing is I had asked one of my guests back in September, Gracie Gaylord. She's adorable. She won Miss West Palm several years ago, and I invited her to come on and help with the presentation. And she just stepped in, and she's like, Dawn, I'll take care of merging the two pitch decks. So now it's a sponsor, not a sponsorship, but a donation. You know, that's a lot of work. You know, I mean, everything that you do creates, you know, opportunity to learn, which I'm learning a lot, and growing, but also surrounding yourself with the right people, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady, baby. I'm the tortoise, but the tortoise
All
always
good.
wins.
Slow and steady. All right, it's going to be a great show. We've known Dawn for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Another Dawn. You're going to have 3 Dawns in here today?
How long have you known Dawn Vasquez?
7 years, maybe longer.
Several years?
7.
I don't even remember how we met her.
We were doing the Latin beat. We did the Latin shows, and she was part of that.
I was in here.
Mm-hmm. In Studio B.
Interesting.
Have you read her book yet?
I have not.
It's a quick read.
She when she came, the way we met her, the way I met her, was because I saw that she shouldn't be here. She should have been with God somewhere, and she expressed the story. When I spoke to her on the phone for the first time, she told me the whole story.
Yeah.
And I says, "Well, come on down." But I had pictured her. Why don't you come down and do it in Spanish? That's how it started. And she did the English, and then she came back a few times. And
I met Dawn.
yeah, you met her. A lot of people have met her. But the interesting thing that you're going through right now is the change, the adjustment that you have to go through, because nobody ever told you that what you were planning was going to happen the way you planned it.
Right.
Because if that was true, then the whole world would be right side up.
Right.
There are those that don't adjust to the adjustments, and that's what you're doing right now.
Or they'll throw up their hands and go, forget it.
That's right. It's easier to walk away from work than it is to work it. So
Right. And it's a lot of work, as you all know, because you have your foundation. And it's look, I was raising money for charity for over 20 years. So I know it's a lot of work. And I'm like already recruiting people. I'm like, okay, you're going to help me. Because, you know, what's worth having, like you said earlier, it takes work, and you just don't throw your hands up and go, oh, well, I'm not doing this, you know?
And you're gonna end up finding your path, because it's going to lead you in something that will work. Like Chanel in San Francisco, she was a little bit in the woods there, and a simple thing like a coffee brand that now she owns, has her brand in it, has shown her the path. Now the interesting aspect to all of this, Dawn, once you get there, and all of these people come forward and say, okay, we're ready to do this, then becomes the third quarter of the game. So you're going to have to decide, okay, what's next? Who's next? What direction? Because all of it opens up, and it's going to take you into different areas. So this is, the change is not over, it's just begun.
Right.
This reminds me of the first day you went on radio. Because we had done this whole thing about how you came and this and that, people told you about, and the first radio show, when you put it together, you were very subdued.
Yeah. She was.
I was like, what?
That's not Dana.
But she was controlling her emotions, because, you know, she was doing something new and everything else. But when you watch her now,
much better.
It's a different animal now, and the adjustment has taken forward. So as you're growing through these adjustments, as you're going to, new things are going to open up.
Yeah.
And you're going to see things differently. You know, the piece that you did on Monday, tremendous. And you got everybody involved, which was, it's exactly what that's why people think a ministry involves numbers, and they think that you're bringing all these souls together, and they think,
Well,
they
it's not
see
my,
that you're
my
bringing,
job. My job is to plant the seed. God does the rest.
Yeah, but you know something? Human beings are always going to look at one person, and that person is the one they're going to look at and say, okay, this is a ministry, this is, they're going to ask you. That's the deal. And then God will tell you, okay, now you got to do what you got to do. And hopefully you listen to the silent music and you go from there. So it's really
That's what
cool.
I'm doing.
It's really cool, the different segments of what we're trying to put out there. And yes, I want to thank you. What I'm trying to do is change the flow. And I've learned that from you ladies. I'm trying to change the flow, that it's not just doing shows. It's not just doing radio. It's not just doing whatever. You know, some of these kids in here, they have talent.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And they bring it forward.
Yeah.
And like I tell Dawn, the most frustrating aspect of all of this is that they are in the midst right now. I say this to Heather all the time. She was born in the wrong era. Because her soul doesn't belong in this era that she lives in.
Doesn't belong on this planet, but that's for another day.
But she doesn't understand what any of that means yet. She thinks she does, But when it gets real for her and Damon's there and Fonzie and the whole nine, Fonzie's story is amazing in itself.
Yep.
I shouldn't even be here. Simple. So you get a chance. It's going to come. You just got to keep fighting. Got to keep doing it. And the next thing you know, you're going to look back and say, I remember when.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
All right, so tune in to State of Faith Stories. Again, you talk more and I
more
listen.
than you do. No,
you
do you
talk
listen
way more
this
than
time?
I do.
But you were part of this.
Part of what?
Yo, Dawn, a lot of people in the last 10 years don't realize that if I hadn't met you, I'd still be at a radio station somewhere in a closet doing what I was doing. I never intended this. I never saw this. I never planned this. I didn't even plan to be in this business this long. Okay, so, you know.
Who did? I didn't plan it either.
I'm completing,
right?
In November, it'll be my 17th year. Wow. At one radio station, more than one we've been on. But you have a lot to do, if not all of it, most of it.
Unicorns show up when you're ready for your expansion.
You know, the first day we came in here for your birthday, that's why I did that.
Sure.
Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. And you can cut that tomato however you want. Deal is real. Truth is truth. That's what it comes down to. And I wouldn't have met her if it wasn't for you.
I chased after Dawn.
I wouldn't have
so
any
funny.
interns in my life if it wasn't for you. And being here brought them. So you want to talk about stuff? Talk about it. But be real about it. Because I was there since day one. So you keep listening.
I keep listening.
You keep listening.
So I got two of these.
That's right.
All right, it's time to wrap it up. Tune in to State of Faith Stories at 3 o'clock with Dawn DeMarco Book. But first, you're going to tune into the Ubuntu Room with Dana Sardano. And then airing again tomorrow night on
True Oldies.
True Oldies. I know you got me all over radio stations.
True Oldies, 7 stations, baby. You can't miss it.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Get your Decoding the Woo-Woo or your 10 Rex, but just get involved. It's a little bit funky out there these days, and if you're feeling it, you'll understand why. You can go to ubuntu.fishgallery.com, get your book, and join us next week. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.